Click. And we are back for part 2. And I hope I'm still recording. I still am. This Camp Studio thing just has a mind of its own. And where we last left off, we drew this. So now let's start creating our puppet. So let's zoom in. Boop, 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 boop. This is going to be pretty basic. First, I want to start off with my head because it's on the top. So let's start by adding a new layer or a new drawing. Quick way, just click this little guy. Doot, new drawing. If you want to add other stuff like effects, click this little guy and you got camera, color card, drawing, group, peg, swatch, blah blah blah, etc. etc. Click off. Let's go to my drawing. Now once I click on this drawing, my drawing automatically turns into onion skin. When I go back to my lizard, it's solid. Drawing, onion skin. Now, once I click on my select tool, you can see everything. But once it's like a default, once you click on your brush or your pencil, it'll automatically turn to onion skin so you can see the layer underneath. So, click on black. Let's zoom in. Let's start with this eye. Remember, this is going to be quick. Please excuse the sloppiness. And I'm going to separate my head. This is my head layer, because remember, this is where my head's going to pivot here. I'm not going to draw everything. Everything will be separate on layers. And my mouth will go here. My jaw is actually going to be separate, so I'm going to round this off lower. There. Let's color. Paint. Click. There we go. But I don't want that color. Let's add another green. This will be a darker shade. That'll be his top head. Click. Back to my brush. Now let's retitle this. Double click on the layer. This will be head. Enter. Close, because enter does not close it. Let's add a new drawing. This will be mouth. Enter. Close. Now this is important here. I am going to click and hold this layer, the mouth, and drag it till you see this line. See how it lines up with the head? And I'm selecting right here, right over this layer. It's going to parent it to the layer. So everywhere where my head moves, my mouth will move with it. So I'm on my mouth layer, go to my brush, click on black. This will be my jaw. Oh, not digging that. Undo. You know what? You're not going to be able to see that. It's underneath. So, in order to see my actual jaw, I forgot to show you. Let's click on this guy. I don't know what this button is. And now let's click on this plus sign so we can change the hierarchy, the position of my jaw. If you look here, position Z, this is where I'm going to set my layer either forward or in back of the head. X is, I believe it's up and down or side and across. I don't know. I just know position X and Y is like on a plane, up and down, side to side. But Z is where I set it in front of the head. So I'm going to click here, 0.001, and now my jaw, my mouth, should be right in front of the head when I draw it. Bam! Let's add his jaw. Let's add some teeth. That'll work. And let's get a new color. I'm not digging this. Let's go with like a yellowish, greenish. That's good. Let's put this guy underneath. And this paint, shortcut for paint is hold down K and click. Let's paint his teeth. Hold K, click, click, click. Oh, undo. Let's zoom in. hold K, click, zoom out, Control Shift, spacebar. Now this is the important part. We're going to set our pivot points here. This is how the movement of the jaw and the head are going to take place. So let's select our mouth layer, select our pivot point. It starts off as a default in the center of the camera. Now let's click here. This is where it's going to pivot. Go to our head. Once again, new pivot point. So starts the default center of the screen, and his head will nod at, say, the center. Now this is where all the magic happens. Let's go to our select tool. Let's go to our transformation tool, so that way we're not on our pivot tool no more. That's why I selected the select tool. And now I can rotate his head. You want to rotate his jaw, select the jaw. Hello, how are you? And this is the basics of how to set your hierarchy. We're going to stop here, and when we come back, I'm going to show you how to draw in the rest, the eyes, the nose, maybe some top teeth, tongue, the body. We're going to continue to rig out this puppet. So let's stop here.